There is nothing more tantalising to the human species than a good mystery. Thrillers in the forms of novels, movies, and even campfire tales are often consumed by the thousands who love the adrenaline rush of solving a mystery. However, some of the most pervasive mysteries are those that occur in real life, and these are the ones that are often most difficult to solve. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at mysterious discoveries.
The Oakley Moor Incident. Many have often referred to the Oakley Moor Incident as one of the most compelling pieces of evidence surrounding the claims of alien abduction. This is due, in part, to the photographic evidence that has been gathered of the event by the witnesses that claimed he had later been abducted by the extraterrestrial being he had encountered. According to the alien report, a man by the name of Philip Spencer had moved to the West Yorkshire area after leaving his old job to be closer with his family. Prior to this move, Philip Spencer had worked as a police officer for more than 4 years and was more than respected as a hard-working and honest citizen. During his move to West Yorkshire, he had noticed a strange number of lights often seen in the fog. Many others would confirm their sightings of these strange lights as well, but would often retort that it was probably lights from airplanes flying around the military bases and airports nearby. These strange claims led Philip Spencer to buy a high-end camera at the time in the attempt to gather evidence of these foggy lights and look into the increasingly weird rumours being told throughout the area. As Philip Spencer then went out the next day in the early morning to capture some pictures, he began to notice that some strange figure was following him in the fog. He would then quickly snap a photo of the creature, only to find that it was a small humanoid, almost alien-like creature that had been running through the fog near him. Without thinking, he chased the entity until he noticed a large dome-shaped aerial craft lift from the ground near him and take off into the sky. It wasn't long before Philip Spencer then began running back into town, noticing that more than an hour had went missing between his sighting of the craft and the moments shortly after it disappeared. Today, the picture taken proves to be one of the biggest pieces of evidence of the small grey aliens often reported by alien abductees. Additionally, many have claimed that the lost amount of time experienced by Spencer may have been an abduction event that was later wiped from his memory after the encounter, shrouding that time in complete mystery.
Bodmin Moor. Back in early 1995, the British government received more than 60 reported incidents taken from locals of Bodmin Moor. These reported that the residents were encountering a large black panther-like creature in the countryside. For those unaware, black panthers are not native to Britain. What's odd though is hundreds of witnesses have reported seeing these creatures around Britain's countryside. They are said to have a large powerful jaw, the muscled body of a big cat being more than 4 feet in length, and black fur making it nearly impossible to see at night. This led to the government starting an official investigation into the area of Bodmin Moor to try to better understand the existence of the creature and whether or not it posed a threat to the residents. Shortly after the investigation began, a boy found the skull of a leopard on the banks of the nearby river. This caused many to speculate that perhaps there was a never-before-seen local species of large cats in the region. These creatures were then quickly given the name of the Beast of Bodmin Moor, which led to many experts trying to quickly assess the situation and better understand how a leopard could have arrived in the region. Many theories and myths have started that a rich private collector could have been illegally importing the creatures and soon freed them all throughout the region, a theory that would explain quite reasonably how the beast came to be and why it would be in the open areas of Bodmin Moor. Others believe that the Beast of Bodmin Moor is a direct descendant of the native wildcat species and that it's now starting to make a comeback. If the Eurasian lynx that used to call Britain its home and what people are reporting is a panther-like creature, also the lynx has a much lighter coloration compared to what eyewitnesses are seeing. This has led many to believe that an entirely different cat species is being witnessed. Outside of the 60 direct reports of the creature, there have been other reports of leopard calls, hissing and growling. Not only that, but many photographers have captured these elusive creatures. As of today, what people are seeing remains a mystery. It's not just giant panthers that are seen in this area. A variety of other creatures and humanoids have been reported in the last few years. For the last 30 years, people have been encountering black-eyed children. These entities are said to have a dark presence, and when someone encounters them, they feel fear. Those who have encountered them say that they give off a dark energy, and that it's left them feeling scared. Most of the people who have seen them want answers, but unfortunately are left with more questions than answers. The witnesses often feel that the children were somehow supernatural and could even read their minds. Over the years, many people have come forward with their encounters, and there seems to be a recurring theme. These black-eyed children usually prey on people when they are alone, and one of their main goals is to try and gain access to the person's home. It's not known what happens if they did gain access to your home, but some have come close. They usually say things like they need to contact someone, asking to come inside and use the phone. Most people would probably say yes if they saw a young person asking this, but it's the nature in which they say it. Most of the witnesses say that something doesn't feel right and that the energy around these people feel dark. A few people have reported having run-ins with these mysterious entities around the Bodmin Moor area. As of today, it's not known what these children are or what they want. The Basanovars. One of the strangest objects to have ever existed is that of the Basanovars. Though incredibly beautiful in its design, this 15th century vase, crafted from carved silver, has been known to carry with it a dark and terrible power. Despite the number of Italian rumours that surround the creation of the vase, the only story that seems to hold any credence is that told by Italian folklore that dates back as far as the original founders of the vase. According to the folklore, a soon-to-be married bride, born in a small village located north of Napoli, had been gifted the vase by an unknown individual. That night, after accepting the vase, the woman was found writhing on the floor, clutching the vase closely, only to have suddenly died shortly after. In her death throes, she cursed the vase and claimed that it would only bring misfortune and tragedy to anyone of whom owned the vase for their own personal collection. It's due to this curse that many people believe that the Basanovars holds a mystical power that has caused many of its future owners. Oddly enough, every owner that has been in possession of the vase has suffered immensely. In some cases, most have died shortly after adding the vase to their personal collection. After the death of the nameless woman, the myths claim that as the vase moved between family members, each person having once owned the vase would mysteriously die shortly after. Despite the value of the Basanovars, this would eventually cause the surviving members of the family to bury away the vase and hide it at a secret location never to be found. However, the Basanovars would be rediscovered back in 1988 and continue its streak of mysterious deaths up until the local law enforcement buried the vase at a hidden location, hoping that the vase would be forgotten for good. But what do you make of these interesting discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.